Hello, my kings and queens. Welcome to Financial Fashion Talk, episode 20. Financial Fashion Talk. I'm the CEO, Mr. Best.
And I'm the CFO, Mr. Best.
And it's a celebration tonight. Episode 20, we celebrating.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's go, man.
I know you see the objects in front of the screen, but it's just a little something. You know, it ain't no what they call the gold bottles.
Nah,
it ain't
got the champagne. We ain't got the champagne just yet.
Right. We ain't got the real bubbly. We ain't got the real bubbly just yet. But you know what I'm saying. It's just a celebration tonight. You know what I'm saying. We'll go ahead and pop this bottle.
Yes, sir.
Now we're not gonna get tipsy either.
We're going to go ahead and cut our theme song on, man. It's a celebration. Episode 20. 20 weeks strong, man. It's an accomplishment for us. And we want to thank you guys for hopping on every Monday. We've been doing this for 20 weeks straight. You know what I'm saying? And we just thankful. We just thankful.
Yeah.
Because, man, we saw a vision.
Yeah, man.
We stuck to it.
Right.
So this is week 20, man. How you feeling today, CFO?
Man, I'm feeling great, dude. I'm feeling great, man. I had a wonderful day today, man. It rained all day, but, you know, nevertheless, it was still a beautiful day because I had life flowing in my body.
I heard that, man. I heard that.
And speaking of life flowing in your body, man, the fam, you know what I'm saying? We had a little
death in the family.
We had a little death in the family. You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, you know, we thank God. You know, my prayers go out to my aunt, you know, my cousin. We love you, Bridget. We love you, Aunt Betty.
Rest in peace to Uncle Bob.
Yeah, R.I.P. Uncle Bob. You know, we love you.
Y'all keep our family in your prayers.
Most definitely.
You losing a very, you know, important person in our family who has been there. We used to live in Savannah. He was in Savannah, Georgia. I'm not sure where he was when he made the transition, but please keep us and our family in your prayers.
Right.
But we're not going to start this off. You know, we don't want it to be sad, but it's still a celebration because he lived a great life. He lived a great life ever since I was in the knowledge to know who he was as a child. I remember he was the first person who got me a birthday present, a football birthday present. Football was my favorite sport. And for my birthday when I was a kid, my Uncle Bob bought me my first football. You know, and that's one of the best memories I have.
Yeah, man. Oh, what's that?
It's okay. But let's go ahead and how was your day today, man?
Hey, man, I had a great day today, man. It's crazy because the way I was feeling on the inside, it didn't match with my expression. You know what I'm saying? Because I was smiling all day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like on it, I couldn't understand it. You know what I mean? I was smiling all day long, bruh. I'm talking about every stop. I was smiling, man. But the way my human man felt, like I couldn't understand why this expression was coming out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But like I'm driving in my truck and it's like I'm just smiling, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But the way I felt, it didn't match with my expression. But I couldn't help but put that expression. I couldn't help it.
Why was that?
I don't know.
What was so different about today?
I don't know. I still couldn't tell you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm gonna just say, you know what I'm saying? I'm thankful just for having that experience. You know what I'm saying? Because it put me in a place to understand that no matter what you may be going through or dealing with, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the controlling factor of your attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it was crazy, bro. I'm talking about crazy, man. I couldn't help it. When I called you, when I talked to you today, like I couldn't help it. Like, this is what it was. Like,
you just had a good day, man. I guess that's
what it was. But what I'm telling you is, on the inside, like, well, not on the inside, but my humanistic self.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like that.
Okay.
I didn't feel like the expression on my face.
Oh, you didn't. So you were smiling, but you didn't feel like.
Right.
You didn't feel like you
that
was
like joyous,
happy.
Yeah. But
wow.
like I was like, You know what I'm saying? So it was like I didn't have nothing to do with it, man. But I had a great day, man. I did have a great day, man.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's good.
Man.
That's really good.
What about you, man?
Man, I had a real good day.
Yeah.
I had a real good day today. I actually went to go see a movie today.
Yeah.
I went and saw The Photograph.
Yeah.
Yeah,
oh yeah, you told me that, man. I didn't even know what that was.
It's really a good love story. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while since we had a love story with a good ending.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been something tragic that happened in the end.
Right.
But it was like a good love story that was from the beginning to the end. And I actually got something from the story, man. And,
right.
It just showed me a different perspective, you know, because it's like sometimes the way you was raised affects the way you love people.
Oh wow!
You see what I'm saying? And like,
message.
and you gotta make a decision on whether you want to love like you were taught to love, or sometimes you wasn't taught to love. Like, do you want to like take on the same? Do you want to love the same way that you were taught to love, or do you want to kind of like find your way? To love, you know what I'm saying? With being yourself, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, powerful
taking
message.
taking a chance on yourself, taking a chance on what you feel.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, going against like your tradition, your norm. You know what I'm saying? Like going against.
Well, it's like you uncomfortable. Right. Like, yeah, you uncomfortable because like, of course, like you probably had relationships in the past that go a certain way, but it's like you got to still make a decision on whether or not you want to let that affect. You know what I'm saying?
You do it.
The way you go about the relationship going forward.
Oh man.
But it was a good movie.
Message.
It was a good movie, and it was, you know what I'm saying, it was a black movie. I wouldn't say like the director or anything was black, because I'm not sure. I didn't do any research on the film, but the people who were acting were black, and it was good to see, you know what I'm saying, a black love story without nobody dying.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right, bro.
You know what I'm saying? But,
and also, man, like I ain't see the movie, but that's a powerful message.
Yeah.
You know, that's a powerful message, man. But that's what's up. That's what's up.
Bro. So it was pretty good, man. But anyway, let's get into our topic, man.
Okay.
And the topic for today is we want to talk a bit about execution.
Oh man. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's episode 20, and it is a celebration, man, because it is challenging to continue to do something consistently every week. You know what I'm saying? And definitely. I feel like it was an accomplishment. It is an accomplishment for us, man, to actually be here, because we started from episode 1.
Oh, man.
Like, this is 20 weeks straight.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though we had hangups in the road, like, sometimes we may not have an episode on a Monday. You know what I'm saying? We have it on a Wednesday, but still, man, we made it. We made it 20 weeks. And there's a few things I want to talk about, you know, as far as our execution personally. And we want to be really transparent, and we want to get you guys' perspective on it as well. Most far as like carrying out plans that you set in place. You know what I'm saying? So we just want to make mention of how we carried out our plan.
Right.
So first, before we get started, I want you to give your take on what execution means to you personally. And we're going to tie it into how we executed on the vision that we had for the Financial Fashion Talk podcast and for the company.
Okay. Well, I mean, personally, man, execution means, to me personally, man, to complete. You know what I mean? To complete something, man. And through personal experience, like I've never been a great executor. You know what I'm saying? That, like, in life. You know what I'm saying? But on the court, you know what I mean? I goes in. Yeah. But in life, man, I've never been a great executor. You know what I'm saying? It's always, I get to a certain point and I stop. You know what I'm saying? And then move on to something else. But that's what execution personally means to me, man. Like, to finish. You know what I mean? To carry out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To complete. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And like, that's just I guess a characteristic, man, that I haven't fully mastered. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's what execution is to me, man. Like, to complete something. You know what I'm saying? To carry out a goal. You know what I'm saying? That you have set for yourself, man. Right. You know, and as far as, you know, speaking about execution, man, like, personally, what aspect, you know, do you look at execution in, man? Like, what does it mean to you?
Well, first of all, man, before I executed, I had to find out what I was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? So before you even get to the point of carrying out a plan, first you got to have a plan that you're trying to execute.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, what goal do you have? You got to start with that.
Right.
And I felt like we really did that. You know, with starting this podcast, we really set out to actually get to know people on a more direct level.
Right.
You know, because we was already doing personal development.
Right.
But to take it to another level as far as like how we reach people, we wanted to be more direct, so we started it on Facebook Live. And now we're actually recording it and putting it on other platforms.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's growth right there.
Right, most
But
definitely.
we saw it first.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, first we had to have that vision of seeing ourselves already doing this.
Right.
And see, that's how it came to pass. We saw ourselves doing this first.
Right.
And so that's one of the lessons that I want to bring out. Like, we personally wrote this down. Like I did. I wrote this down before I came to you with the idea for starting the podcast. And it's like, look at where we are now.
Right. True that. Glasses up, man. Episode
I know,
20,
man. We got it's crazy.
20.
It's crazy, man.
Right.
Like we started episode 1 in the car.
Right. But you know, I look at that, bro, as having a why. Well, you know what?
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah. We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But I look at that as, you know, being consistently persistent. You know what I'm saying? With a certain direction in mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And not letting something deter us from that goal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And like I told you earlier, man, like execution is something that I never been really good at.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But in this, it has taught me, you know what I mean, to build that. You know what I mean? To make that characteristic stronger in my life.
And see, that's a good point that you're making. Because you're admitting the fact that you have a problem with executing. And I feel like I got a problem with executing too. And I do feel like it's probably, it's a general problem.
Well, yeah.
But
yeah.
I feel like, okay, like either way it go, you're executing something.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Right. See, the thing is that we have goals and we had a plan and we had a vision that we executed on.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you're executing something, whether you're doing it unconsciously or you made a decision to execute on it. Like, because you can be sitting here doing nothing.
Right.
You just executing doing nothing.
Right.
So it was just that we actually had a goal in mind, like you said.
Right.
And we had a vision to go with that goal.
Right.
That we're going to carry out, that we're going to execute bit by bit.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, execution is a continuation. That's why it's execution, not just the word execute.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So with the execution, we was able to continue to execute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Week after week.
Right.
Because of the plan. It was a continuating plan.
Exactly, man.
You see what I'm saying?
And like, yeah, bro. Like, if you never had a
yeah, we're gonna go to the comment section in a few.
Okay.
Yeah,
most definitely, because we definitely want to get everybody involved. You know what I mean? We don't want to sit up here and bore y'all with our boring words. You know what I'm saying?
We're not bored. Nah.
But yeah, man, like speaking to the aspect, bro, man, like if you don't have a goal, if you don't have a vision, you know what I'm saying, then there won't be any execution.
Exactly.
And I believe like that's where I fell short of, you know, execution, you know what I'm saying, and things that I've actually aspired to do. Yeah. You know what I mean? And goals that I had in mind, like I didn't really have a clear vision. You know what I'm saying? Like I needed to get to 2020. You know what I mean? But my vision was messed up. You know what I'm saying? It was blurred. It was a blurred vision. So because I couldn't see the picture completely, I didn't have the will to continue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm looking at this, man, and like we made it to episode 20. Like we just had a vision, and that fuel, you know what I'm saying, the determination for us to continue.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So like big ups, you know what I'm saying?
Like, exactly. On top, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog.
But man, let's go ahead and go to the next level.
Yeah.
Like we already said, we wanted to talk about your why.
Right.
Because I
Very
mean,
important.
after
Very
you
important.
get that plan, after we got a plan, after we had a goal, and after we began to get started,
right,
you know what I'm saying? Like in order to continue, we had to have something within us that drove us to continue.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So when times get rough, you gotta have that driving force.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? And what I want to talk about individually, I want to ask you, what was that moment of where something motivated you to continue to keep going? Because that's what execution is all about. We just said it's a continuation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? It's a continuation. So
right.
What thing that you can say kept you going? You know what I'm saying? Kept you continuing on? Like what's one of your reasons why you execute?
Well, man, like now, you know what I'm saying? I say the reason why I have a great motivation to execute, you know what I mean? Like in what we're doing. But I love to help people. You know what I'm saying? And once I saw, you know, a couple testimonies about the things that we were doing had an effect on somebody.
Wow.
In a positive way.
Yeah.
I was like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it was
because
crazy.
Like, bro, ever since I was a child, bro, like I always wanted to help people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It hurt me to see people in distressing situations. You know what I'm saying? So to see the effect of what we were doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To see the full effect of what we were doing, man, like come from somebody else, bro. That was like, wow. Because I really didn't believe, you know, that I would be able to affect somebody in that way.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like once I saw that, it was like, dang, like this real.
Right.
Like what we doing, this real. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, so now I look at Mondays a totally different way.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
yeah,
I look at Mondays a totally different way. Like, but
now,
yeah, man.
Okay, yeah, now. That's what drove you to continue with the podcast.
Okay.
So now let's bring it as far as like the bigger picture, like your whole life.
Right.
Now,
right.
what's one of your reasons why you execute in life, like period, in general?
Well,
like what would be one of your driving forces? Like what one of your main driving forces that keeps you going from day to day?
Well, I mean, of course, my children.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My family.
Right.
You know what I mean? Of course.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But once you see that you have the ability to do something, like, and you see the results that come from it.
Yes.
Like, that drives you to continue to do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, it's a lot of people that actually don't feel that they're capable.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They don't feel that they're capable to actually accomplish a goal.
Right.
And like I'm one of them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But seeing that I was capable to accomplish a goal, like I'm hungry for that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm hungry for that. You know what I'm saying? Like give it to me. Like I want some more. You know what I'm saying? That tastes real good.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, bro. Like that's what actually motivates me to push and go harder in life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just by us doing this.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So
I got one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, now did you have a defining moment? Like where like you was thinking and your mind just hit you and was like, I gotta keep going. Like what was that moment where it was like, I gotta do it?
Well, like I said earlier, bro, like once I saw the effect, you know, that we had.
Not just on the podcast, I'm talking about just in your life.
But I'm just saying, like, you really wouldn't believe like the motivation that just doing this like affected my life.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because continuation, bro, is like something that I struggle with. Like I struggle with continuation. You know what I'm saying? And like seeing us continue to do this, continue to reach out to people. You know what I'm saying? Continue to try to be on time for the podcast. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
Like that seeps over into like my everyday life. It's like you can do it, dog. You can do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? And like we'll go into this, you know, later, but I have a problem with like money management.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I like to eat fast food. You know, but just the other day I thought about what I needed to do versus what I wanted.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was like,
and that's growth.
exactly.
Right.
And I was able to like see that.
Right.
I was like, wow, dude, you could have been doing this the whole time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, bro.
Right.
Yeah, man. But just from us doing this, bro, it's seeping over into my life, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, that was like,
that's powerful.
Yeah, bro, it was a defining
That's
moment.
powerful.
You know what I'm saying? To continue to do something.
That's powerful,
man.
bro.
Yeah, bro.
That's powerful. So I wanna, since we're talking about reasons why, I wanna bring up, you know, me personally, my reason why. You see what I'm saying? Like, it started in my mind first. You see what I'm saying? Like, before we even got to this point, like before financial fashion, like the vision even really came together.
Yeah.
I always knew like my reason for being here and my purpose was to help people and to spread. We're gonna go to the comment section in a few minutes.
Right. I'm just
don't worry about that right now. We're gonna go to the comment. We're gonna give everybody a spot. We just gonna go ahead and talk about it a little bit, and we're gonna go to the comment section.
Personal perspective time. That's all.
But yeah, this was before we even gotten this far in the vision. Like,
Right.
I ain't even see this far yet.
Right.
So, but I always knew, you know what I'm saying, that my purpose was to help people, no matter what way. You know what I'm saying? It's different ways you can help people, but my whole purpose of living, my whole purpose of having life is to help.
Most definitely.
You know what I'm saying? And this was my defining moment. It was my mother's birthday celebration. She went out to a restaurant on Old National or whatever.
Yeah.
And we all was there, man. And it came time for us to get the tab. You know what I'm saying? And when my mama got her ticket, you know what I'm saying? Like, the way she looked at her ticket was as if she didn't know whether she can pay for it or not.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I immediately grabbed the ticket and paid for it. But at that moment, when I saw that look on her face, like, I remember it to this day.
Yeah.
And I remember the feeling of how much I didn't like the fact that she probably didn't have it.
Right.
So at that moment, it was like, I gotta do something different.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like, and that's and all the time, man, I think about that moment of that disappointing face.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So it drives. That's one of the things that drives me. You know what I'm saying? I want to give her, you know, an opportunity to have it where money is not an option.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
So
man.
that's one of the things that I take with me as far as like pushing me forward to execute on another level. That's not my main reason, but it's really a big part. It's a big part of the reason why I do what I do and why we do what we do.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because it's affecting a lot more people, and that's a point that you just made.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what we're doing is not just going to affect us, but we are affecting people, and that's the most important part. Like, that's the fun part for me.
Man, what you
know
talking
what I'm
about?
saying? The fun part is impacting people,
right?
And seeing the results. You know what I'm saying? That people get from our energy,
right?
You know what I'm saying? We bounce energy off of one another,
right?
And it's just beautiful to see, man. So, bro,
man, yeah,
I'm just excited. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited. I'm excited to continue doing this, man.
Most definitely,
hey, bro.
Man. It's definitely a pleasure, man. It's definitely a pleasure, man. You know, not just to do it, you know, but just to do it together.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm loving it. I'm loving it, man. I'm definitely loving it, man. I'm loving this journey that we on.
Right, bro.
I'm loving the effect that we are having on people. You know what I'm saying? I'm loving it, man. Like, not looking for any glorious shine, but actually getting joy. I get joy from this.
Man, me too.
You know
yeah,
what
bro.
I'm saying?
See, that's what's so important about it. Because, like, you have to be in love with something in order to execute on it at a high level.
Most definitely.
You know, so that brings us to a key lesson that we try and bring out this podcast is that when you are developing your goals and we are developing your plan, make sure you love it. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you love what you do, first of all, because you don't want to set your whole life up on something that you don't even love doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So before you make a decision to execute on something, make sure it's something that you enjoy doing. Right. And that's exactly what we did. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, we just didn't start something and just get excited about doing it consistently. Just doing it consistently. Like, we actually doing something that we love and we enjoy doing. So that's something that we have to point out in this
most
podcast
definitely,
when
most
it comes to
definitely.
execution.
And that's very important. You know what I'm saying? That's very, very, very important. And that goes back to the why.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The why is like the coal in the train. You feel me? The why is like the gasoline in the tank.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The why is like the diesel in the tank. The why is like the engine in the car. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have one.
If you don't have a why, you know, like I said, man, like when we, you know, when I had to deal with, you know, my life before this, and I would have goals in mind, but I really couldn't see. It was like a blurred vision. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I really didn't have a why. It was just something that I wanted to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't that important. So there was no real motivation to actually execute. You know what I'm saying? There was no real motivation for execution. So therefore, like, I would start to do something and I would get to a certain point and I would stop.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because there was no real why. You know, but once you get a why, that why is gonna be your fuel. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be your fuel to execute.
Right.
That's gonna be your fuel to execute.
Right.
And before we got started, I looked up the definition for execution.
Talk, brother.
Okay, execution means the carrying out or putting into effect of a plan, order, or course of action. Okay, we understand that. But there's another form of execution. The other form of execution is the carrying out of a sentence of death on a condemned person.
Elaborate on that.
Okay, so when I start to formulate and see the importance of execution, you know what I'm saying? I had to let go of that old dude that didn't really understand, you know what I'm saying, the importance of execution. You know what I'm saying? So I had to kill that guy.
You're right.
Somebody, you know what I mean? Exactly. For something to resurrect.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just like when you put the seed in the ground. You know what I'm saying? The seed is dead, so you bury the seed.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
But when you water the seed, it's something come out the seed. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you got to kill the old guy.
Talk, brother.
To bring the new guy. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, like, you actually putting a death sentence. Once you start to execute in life, you put a death sentence on procrastination.
Right.
You actually put a death sentence on a lack of motivation.
Yeah.
You start to put a death sentence on a miniature thinking. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, like, it goes both ways. Like you resurrected something, but you killing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it has to happen.
That transition.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because in order for there to be life, there has to be death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So execution is not all about just like completing a plan. You know what I'm saying? Execution is about let me remove this so I can replace it with this.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So I can get there.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Like, yeah, man.
True.
Like, real talk, bro.
Yeah.
You know, but, bro, it's just it's happening. Yes. That's what's happening in my life personally.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, seeing that, you know, once you see you have the ability to continue, like, man, you'll get hungry.
Gotcha.
You get hungry for it. So, like, you definitely have to have a why. Why is the most important thing. I used to be in the gym a lot. Shout out JT3. I don't know if you ever tuned in, but shout out to JT3, man. He had me looking real good. But we were in the gym like so much for a year straight. You know what I'm saying? I looked like I could go into competition. Like I could be in the competition.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But my why, even though I was in the gym for a whole year straight, it wasn't strong enough because I didn't continue.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But the why was the main thing that he preached. Like, you have to have a why. Because what if I'm not here to go to the gym with you?
Right.
Is your why going to push you to go to the gym by yourself?
And that's it.
You know what I'm saying?
See, that's it right there. That's it right there. See, you can't take everybody along with you on your journey.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
in certain situations and certain things that you have to go through in life alone.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where that real growth comes from.
Right.
It comes from those situations where you have to face things alone.
Alone.
Because that's how you learn.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You learn.
Right.
You know, you don't learn how to ride a bike until you take off the training wheels.
Right.
You think you ride with the training wheels.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It gives you that confidence that you know how to ride a bike. So when you take off the training wheels, in your mind, you feel like you're already riding.
Right, exactly.
But you don't really start riding your bike until you take the training wheels off.
Right.
You ain't got no support of nothing.
Right, exactly.
You supporting yourself.
Exactly.
So that real growth, you really learned how to ride that bike when you took them training wheels off.
Exactly, man.
So everything that's valuable, you know what I'm saying, is going to come from those moments in life of where you had to go through something by yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And out of that came, you know, new information or new knowledge on how to handle the next situation. But something good is going to always come out of it. Something that's going to help you grow is going to come out of it.
Yeah, we'll say that. We'll
Yeah,
say that.
yeah.
I mean, even when you say something good is going to come out of it, you know what I'm saying? Because pain is good.
Yeah.
But like I said before, bro, it's all about how you look at it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's all about how you look at it because
Exactly.
it all comes with it.
Right.
It all comes with it. Like you gon' like you were just saying about riding the bike, learning how to ride the bike. Like you gonna fall and hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gonna scrape your knee. You know what I'm saying? That's all in the process of learning how to maintain your balance.
Right. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Exactly.
Yeah, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's all in the process. It's
Yeah.
all in the process. So like once we're coming to a place, man, where we're seeing that we have accomplishments that we aspire to attain. Like it's all in the process, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's no glory without adversity. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like there's no accomplishments without adversity. Like you gotta have adversity. You gotta have resistance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you stronger.
Exactly.
So
it's
once,
healthy.
Exactly. So once you get to that place of accomplishment, like you'll be able to maintain because you remember all the things that it took you to get there. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
I want to appreciate you.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? For being my road dog, you know what I'm saying? For these 20 weeks.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's still a celebration. And we're going to go to the comment section.
Yeah, let's get on hit these comments.
You know what
I'm excited to even hit these comments, bro.
Right.
Episode 20,
And
y'all.
we're going to let this beat ride out.
Already,
because,
man.
This is our theme song.
Shout out Big Beats. Big Beats.
Southside Specialist.
Yes, sir.
Somebody Productions.
Yes, sir.
Thank him for the beat, man.
Oh man, let's get to these comments, man. Oh my god, man. Episode 20, y'all. Like episode 20. I feel like I'm getting a buzz off of this sparkling grape juice.
I know, right, man? I know, right?
Yeah, hit the top. Let's go. Let's see what they're talking about.
I know a lot of people was congratulating us.
Oh man, appreciate it. Shout out to everybody tuning in. Shout out to everybody leaving a comment. Shout out to everybody. We appreciate anything and everything.
Okay, congratulations. This is from Ava Lou Best. Congratulations, wonderful episodes. Proud of y'all. Move the glasses, like I can barely see y'all.
Right. She would be the one.
Said the name. Okay, hasn't been announced.
Thank you, man.
Okay, got you. That happens to Ava Lou Best said that happens to so many people. We wear the smile that covers. Love that movie.
Already.
Nah,
so she seen that movie.
She had to.
Yeah, most definitely. Okay. Congrats.
Okay. Chelsea Sneed. Congrats.
Okay.
Appreciate that,
Chelsea.
Facts. Okay. Ideals are just ideals unless you create a plan.
Already. Yes, sir.
That's facts.
Yes,
Armand Patrick. You always speaking something real, my
Already.
brother.
Yes, sir.
Sister Martin was on here. Kirk. Good evening. What's going on, Kirk?
What's going on, bro?
Maisha. That's my friend that I met in the meeting.
Yeah,
She got a show. We're gonna do some business with her. She said, "Hey, my brothers, go ahead and speak life into folks." Appreciate that. You keep doing what you're doing.
Most definitely. You keep
Yeah,
doing what you're
for
doing.
real.
Like we keep doing what we doing.
Yes. Yes, the needs versus wants get deep. Nah,
man,
for real,
most
Macy Jones.
definitely.
Nah, for real. Hey, we said it on a couple podcasts ago.
Most definitely.
Like every day.
Yeah, man.
Every day you got to make that decision. You
To
know,
eliminate.
whether to do what you want to do or do what you need to do.
Exactly.
That's a daily.
Man.
That's a daily battle. That's a daily fight because we talked about that balance.
Right.
Your life is all. Your life is. You're fighting for balance.
Right.
Every day.
Right.
Because you're warned against. You know what I'm saying?
Yourself.
Opposing forces.
Yeah.
So it's like you got to make that decision.
Right.
Thank you for your comment. Finna play that beat right back. Okay, that's deep. Billy White Jr., man, I appreciate the interaction.
Yeah, man.
Billy White Jr., I appreciate that. Oh wow.
Oh, she's talking about what you said. Talking about what you said. She said she had it.
She
said she wasn't thinking that at all.
Oh well, shoot.
But still though. Yeah, still though. Yeah, still.
She shouldn't have to pay for it.
Right. It's Maisha again. How important is delayed gratification when it comes to financial success and wellness?
Good question. I'm glad she asked that.
Already, bro.
Already. You want to go first? Or?
Hey, man.
Nah, go ahead.
It's very important.
Yeah.
I say when it comes down to success, financial success and wellness, like delayed gratification is very important. It's very important. And I can say that because I put myself into financial binds, from wanting things before I could actually have them. Right. And I put myself in a situation where I could get them, but I couldn't enjoy them because I couldn't really get it. So I put myself in a bind to get it before time, instead of waiting until the time where I could get it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So delayed gratification when it comes down to financial success and wellness, right? Like it's very, very, very important, dog. It's very important, man.
So what's the point? What's a pointer? Like, give a pointer on that too, because since you know that it's important to have delayed gratification, give them a pointer on how to, you know what I'm saying? Like, how did you have delayed gratification? Like, give a pointer. Like, what helps you?
Oh man, what helps me now?
Yeah.
What helps me now, man, is seeing the importance of where I need to be.
Got you.
Before I can get what I want to get.
Got you.
You know what I'm saying? Because before, what I wanted to get was more important than where I needed to be and what I needed to do. Hey. You know what I'm saying? And I still battle with that now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once you get to a certain place in your life, man, like you should be at a maturity level to understand like that you can't put yourself in a bind because you have people, like I have people depending on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I can't be in a bind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I used to do that. I used to put myself in a bind, which actually created a domino effect to the people that's depending on me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now they looking at me like, dang, man, what you doing?
Right.
And I'm looking like, yeah, I got my shoes.
Right.
But, I look like I'm not lacking, but I'm lacking.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So, oh my God, man. And that's a big problem. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we don't like to look like we lacking.
Yeah.
But man, I look at some of these white dudes, bro. Like they got on these beat up shoes and 20-year-old jeans. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it don't matter about that. Like the success is the most important part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's the thing right there.
Right.
And that's the thing right there. And the thing for me was prioritizing things.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So as far as delayed gratification, you gotta have your priorities set up that way. You see what I'm saying? If your priorities not set up, you're gonna always put instant gratification over delayed gratification because you're so caught up. You know what I'm saying?
And what you never had.
Right. You caught up in your current position.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to see something. You see what I'm saying? First, right. you gotta have a plan. You gotta have a whole goal, and you gotta see something. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna help you do that.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So you gotta prioritize it first. You gotta view what you gotta do, and you gotta make a commitment to yourself of what's important and what's not important, and that's how you keep that delayed gratification. You gotta actually sit down and make a decision, because if not, you're gonna always choose what feels good.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? What best fit what you want versus what you need to do to reach your goal.
Exactly.
So that's really all it is just a decision that you make
right.
on the day-to-day, you know what I'm saying, to do the things that's going to help you reach your goal versus doing the thing that helping you feel good right now.
Right. And I believe, like, a lot of times we rather live in the moment.
Right.
That make preparation.
Yeah.
You know, to live later.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the moment is more important than the future.
Right. True that.
You know what I'm saying? So
true that. Without balance.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to have a balance.
Right. So, but without balance, you can't really see that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So yeah, thank you for your comment, Maisha Jones.
What is it? Hold on, you missed one. Go back, Billy. What is that? Your why have to make you? Oh, boy.
Oh man,
deep, bro.
Billy White Jr. Your
Yes,
why
sir.
have to make you cry. Yes, sir, buddy.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir, buddy. It because sometimes I feel that we forget that it's all about how important the feeling is of something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just talking about just feel good, but I'm saying the important what people mostly remember is how something make them feel.
Right.
You will go through something and forget all about it.
Right.
You might forget the situation, but you will never forget how something has made you feel.
Most definitely.
So that's the determining factor. Like when you going after something and you got to see yourself actually doing it,
right.
And that feeling comes along because you there mentally.
Right.
So once you feel that, you see what I'm saying? That's what keeps you. You know what I'm saying? Your why, bro. Once you feel that emotion, that come along with that,
right.
You see what I'm saying? It's the feeling that make that difference. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So once you think about your why, it's like, it's near dear to your heart.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
And
like
push you.
it's like, I gotta do it because you're thinking about it. That's the way you view it. You see what I'm saying? Your why got to do that to you.
Right, man. It gotta create a burning,
burning desire, bro. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, man. So
great comment.
Most definitely, that, Billy, man. Yeah, most definitely.
Appreciate that. Yeah, let's make it make sense.
Right.
Facts teach the people. Growing pains.
Oh, most definitely.
Nah, for real. Yeah. Maisha Jones again. Can y'all talk a little about having to let some people go in your life when they are not moving in the same direction as you and or holding you back from where God is trying to move you? That's very powerful.
Oh, man.
Can y'all talk about having to let some people go? Man, that's deep.
Listen.
Talk on that.
Listen, Maisha. And I definitely appreciate the question, you know, and leaving in, pointing in the direction, because it's all lining up with execution. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because you have to actually be in a place to execute.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I used to be in a place where I let, opinions, like what people say, what people feel. I used to let that be a controlling factor over me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you have to get to a place where what's more important?
Right.
What's more important? What's more important? What you feel or what I need to do?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And 9 times out of 10, or I should even say 10 times out of 10, it'll be the ones that you expect positivity to come from, to push you in a direction that you need to go. Like, you would expect it to come from certain ones that's close by you, and it won't come from there.
Yeah.
So I had to understand that, like, if I want to do such and such and such, I got to do such and such and such no matter what.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that actually put me in a place to, not care. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to do what I do regardless of any opinion, of any feeling, and those are some of the things that you're gonna have to do.
I'm getting your point, because what it sounds like you're trying to say is like you got to care for yourself,
right?
At some point,
right? At some point, yeah.
At some point, you got to care for yourself. So that's my take on it, as far as separating yourself from people who don't do you any good. At some point, you got to get to a place where you are more important. You are more important. And once you see that, once you start seeing that you are more important and that your love for yourself, you see what I'm saying? You have to love yourself first before you be able to you know what I'm saying, pass it on to other people.
Right.
So in caring for yourself, that will show you right there. That will help you. That will help you make decisions to cut people off or, you know, stand alone.
Right,
you know what I'm saying?
Like to do it and yeah.
Right.
Definitely.
You gotta start looking out for you. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Once you start looking out for you, it makes it easier for you to separate yourself. And on top of that, God is not negative.
Oh man.
Because she said
what God wants you.
Because you can allow people to hold you back from where God is trying to take you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? So
right.
God is not negative. So once you know God, he'll reveal to you who's supposed to be in your life because you know God's spirit. Once you see how God is and you line it up with, you know, the people in your life, you can kind of see like who's good for you and who's not good for you as far as like who you should be around and who you should not be around. Like, cause you know right from wrong.
Exactly.
Like you know what type of energy you want around you. Right. So it's like at that very moment, once you start considering yourself and you consider what God will want you to do, that make it easier for you to make a decision because everything will line up in your life. Cause God is not negative.
For one.
So you don't, and you already know that you shouldn't be around negative people that affect you in a negative way.
Right.
So it's just like, by doing that, man, you opening up doors for you to get around the right people because you're making decisions that will help you attract those type of people. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're sifting out all the negativity in your life.
Exactly.
You getting rid of all the negative people. So on that, once you start having that energy, that's how you start getting better people. You know what I'm saying? Better relationships in your life.
Exactly.
That's that good comment. Thank you for that. So yeah. Let me know if we gave a good answer to your question. But we're getting ready to get out of here. We're going to go ahead and call it a night. We've been on here for about almost 50 minutes, man. So, hey.
I just feel great, man.
For real.
I feel great, man. It's a wonderful episode 20, man. I'm glad that, that God allowed us to make it this far. You know what I'm saying? Because we couldn't have made it this far without him. And we're just looking to reach higher heights and deeper depths, in the direction that we're going in. And I'd like to say once again, we appreciate all the support, from everybody. Friends, fam, like whoever.
20 weeks.
20 weeks strong. You know what I mean? We're looking for episode 200. You know what I mean? Coming soon. Yeah, man, it's been real though.
Also, we got some things coming. We got some surprises for y'all coming up soon. We're gonna be doing more in community in Atlanta. So you'll be seeing more of us. You'll be seeing us doing more, helping more people on a more personal level, like real people. We actually gonna be doing stuff with people. So not just online. We're going to actually be in the community, creating impact.
Doing something physically.
Yeah, we're going to be actually doing something.
Right.
Actually presenting our bodies, actually doing something.
Right.
So, episode 20, still a celebration. You know what I'm saying? 20 weeks strong. Next week will be 21. 21 weeks. Hey, popping bottles. Hey, man, we appreciate everybody who commented. Everything was value. Thank you for the shares. Thank you for celebrating with us.
Most
you know what I'm saying? Hey, it's been a pleasure.
It's been a great pleasure, y'all.
We're gonna give a round of applause.
Yeah, most definitely.
We appreciate that. And we're gonna get out of here. I'm the CEO, Mr. Best.
And I'm the CFO, Mr. Best.
And the two kings is out.
Have a